Everyone thinks eggshells are just trash after every meal. But what if I told you that someone used this exact thing to make a yellowed headlight shine again? Do you believe that? So today, we are going to test it step by step on this headlight. And only by the end of the video will you know whether this trick that sounds almost ridiculous actually works or not. First, rinse all the eggshells with water. Add a little salt into the water. Use a brush to scrub both the inside and the outside of each piece of shell. The salt helps scrub away dirt, and the membrane still stuck to the eggshells. Now, place a pan on the stove. Put all the cleaned eggshells into the pan. Stir them evenly over low heat. There is no need to burn them. We only need to dry the eggshells completely. Once the moisture evaporates, the eggshells will become more brittle, easier to crush, and less likely to clump when ground into powder. This step looks very simple, but it has a pretty big effect on the final result. When the eggshells are dry, put them all into a mortar. Crush them slowly until the shell pieces become smaller. Next, use a strainer to sift out the finest powder. This is the most important step. If the powder is not fine enough, it will almost have no polishing effect, and it may even scratch the headlight surface. Now put the fine eggshell powder into a small cup. Add toothpaste. Then add a little baking soda. Stir until the mixture starts to become thick. The toothpaste helps the mixture stick to the surface more easily. The baking soda helps clean dirt and light stains. And the eggshell powder creates a very mild abrasive effect, helping it work on the yellow cloudy outer layer. With just 3 familiar ingredients, we now have a very interesting DIY mixture. But the question is it strong enough to handle years of yellowing on this headlight? I apply tape to divide the headlight into 2 sections so we can easily compare the treated area with the area that stays untouched. Now spread the mixture over the entire area of the headlight that needs to be treated. Spread it evenly from one edge to the other, covering all the cloudy and yellowed spots. Place a thin towel over the top. Spray a little more water to keep it moist. I will give the mixture some time to sit and work on the surface first. After 15 minutes, I will remove the towel covering the headlight. Spray a little more water to soften the mixture again. Use a sponge to scrub evenly across the surface. There is no need to use too much force. Just let the mixture do the work on the headlight surface. Scrub evenly from one edge to the other, especially on the heavily yellowed areas. Then, rinse it clean with water. At first glance, it may seem like the headlight has not changed too much, but do not be disappointed yet. With DIY tricks like this, the first layer usually only helps soften and clean the surface. The real difference will appear in the next steps. Now I will apply one more layer of the mixture onto the headlight. Spread it thinly and evenly. There is no need to apply it too thick. Let it sit for about 10 more minutes. Will one more layer make a difference? We will check that in just a moment. While we wait, I will test this mixture on a greasy pan. Spread one layer of the mixture over the oily area. Cover it with a dry towel. spray more water to keep it moist, just like we did on the headlight surface. Let it sit for about 15 minutes. Now, let's go back to the headlight. At this point, we need to use P1000 sandpaper. Spray water onto the headlight surface first. Wet the sandpaper as well. Sand very lightly, very evenly, and do not hold the sandpaper in one spot for too long. This is where many people make the biggest mistake. If you sand too hard, the headlight surface can get deep scratches or be damaged right away. Then I rinse the headlight surface clean again. You can see the yellowing has reduced more clearly, but the surface still has faint scratches left by the P1000 sandpaper. Do not worry, this is completely normal. Next, switch to P2000 sandpaper. This finer sandpaper is used to deal with the remaining scratches. Spray water onto the surface, then sand more slowly and evenly than before. At this point, the headlight starts to become clearer little by little. Rinse it clean one more time. You see that the headlight is now much brighter and clearer. But this is still not the final result. Now let's go back to the pan. Remove the towel covering the top. Use a sponge to scrub the area where the mixture was applied. The grease starts to come off more easily. Rinse it clean with water. Not only the car headlight, but the pan also changed quite a bit. Which one do you think improved more? Leave a comment and let me know. Now we move to the final cleaning step for the headlight surface. Pour glass cleaner into a spray bottle. Spray it evenly over the entire area that needs to be treated. Use a clean cloth to wipe it thoroughly and remove any leftover eggshell powder toothpaste and baking soda. Many people skip the final step of removing residue, leaving the surface coated with powder and cream, so it does not look completely clear. Once the surface is clean, I will spray a little WD-40 onto a cloth. Wipe the entire headlight surface evenly to create a glossier and clearer finish. This is the final step. After wiping it down, will the headlight shine like new? Everyone take a close look at this result. So from a yellowed and cloudy headlight, the surface is now much clearer and the light looks much brighter. This method does not cost much money, but it does require patience in every small step. If you enjoy simple money-saving repair tricks that you can do at home, come along with us. Don't forget to follow, because the next video will definitely have even more surprises.